Hello everybody, my name is Mark and I am a workshop coordinator for consumer products. So what that means is a lot of the people that I used to work with, I now look after them, and I set them up to create really cool merchandise such as our Lord of the Rings 1/6 scale figures and a few more exciting licenses that we're pursuing and already have in the pipeline. I've been with WETA since 2011. I originally started as a painter, and I painted for The Hobbit, did some work for Thunderbird's TV show, and most recently was the Blade Runner 2047 film. What inspired me was a competition. Sometimes I joke about, say it was a colouring in competition, but it was a competition set up with the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs and the Prime Minister at the time. And I guess I just put together my portfolio because I was a creative, fresh out of university, and I applied for it. Didn't get it, but applied again the next year because I really wanted to come down and do something with my degree, and ended up a year later in 2011 here, and I've been here ever since.
So what was that like for you when you first got when I first got it?
Yeah. It was actually I was actually really happy, but also very scared because it meant that I would have to move away from my family, which was in Auckland, but also very exciting because it was going to be a new chapter in my life. I guess proud to say that I could actually sit in front of my family and say, like, I studied fine arts, did an art degree, and I'm actually going to use it. And also I was just I guess happy and relieved that even though I failed the first time, I put together the same amount of work that I did in 3 years in 1 year, and submitted that portfolio, and I got it. So yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So yeah, and I always think about that day. Like, I mean, I had also applied for the fire service as well. So even if I didn't end up here, I could be putting out fires somewhere. Who knows? How has it affected my personal life? I think for the positive thing is like me being creative, and a lot of creatives think very differently to other people. I guess being able to be in a job that allows you to use that creative skill and also have input in ways of problem solving, I think is a good thing. And I guess how it affects your personal life is it also means that I have this feeling like because I do it during the day, you know, it incorporates into my personal life quite well. And also, like, what I learn here at the workshop, I would also incorporate into my own practice. So like for a project, you know, we'll be painting things to look a certain way, and then if you really like it, you go home and you make your own sculpture, and then you paint it to make it look this way as well. And sometimes the things that we learn here at the workshop, it might be the first time that you've ever done it before, but when you think about it, you think of all the armor, all the weapons in Lord of the Rings. Let's say we're going to make the sword, it has to look like metal, even though it's made out of plastic. We're going to paint it to look like metal. And you might say, I've never painted anything to look like metal, but that's okay because we're going to like paint 500 of these. So you're going to be drilling the same technique over and over. So by the time you get to like the last 10 swords, you may have like nailed it. Now it looks exactly like metal. Those 10 that look real will be in the foreground of the film. The others will be in the background, something like that.
Right.
So it's given me the opportunity to like learn a few things on the job as well.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an interesting talking point, I guess, when meeting people, when you tell them what you do.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult. I've done a lot in the years that I've been here. And I guess I take pride in everything that I do, but if it has to be one, I'd have to say proud of my involvement and with the team that were involved in creating the miniatures for Blade Runner 2047. We just walked away with the VES Society Award for the best miniatures in that film. I'd say I guess I'm proud of that, I guess, because that's one of the last jobs I did, being hands-on on the floor before I transitioned into this coordinator role. So yeah, that would be that one. What advice would I give? Yeah, I'd say don't be afraid to fail. Try things, experiment. When you're doing things for yourself, if it doesn't come out right, I mean, that's okay. It was only for your learning experience, and I guess from failing it gives you a few answers, and pretty much tells you what doesn't work, and anything else that you try could possibly work. What else? Recently we get a lot of these makeup portfolios. And when you go through them, like, because Walking Dead and zombie films are like the popular thing at the moment, we do get a lot of people doing makeup of wounds and scars, and which I think is cool. But it's a lot going on, and I always try to think that if you're going to do a portfolio, you want to make something that stands out against everyone else. And I guess what I try to tell people is, if they're going to do like a portfolio based on zombie makeup, let's say like they're going to do like a bite, could be on their arm, on their neck, try to tell a story with your portfolio. So like, you show like the makeup of a person being bitten in the neck, you turn the page, then if it's the same bite, the story you could tell is like, this is the bite developing over 3 days, and you can see how it starts to spread, like it's infected the person, and then now you're kind of moving away from the neck but onto their face. Then you can kind of see like how it's like really ugly, and like something's like peeling away, and then like after a week it's like pretty much infected their whole face. Now their face is peeling off, and then you get to like the end, and basically what the story tells is that this person got bitten. It was really painful, looks really sore, but their face peeled off, and there's like a transformation of something quite beautiful underneath. Let's say like it's almost like the caterpillar and the butterfly kind of story. So yeah, that's kind of advice I give to people, and or to inspire artists, because I guess ultimately people would like to work in a creative industry like WETA, and hopefully that helps them.